Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, Sigval here and welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to have 2 fights from my main account and 3 fights from the secondary account. So first up we're going to have to deal with boss Batman. He's kind of the only boss in the last year of the last contract that's kind of a punching bag, in the sense that he doesn't really do anything to impede you dealing damage to him, doesn't have any bad modifiers, and it's easily combo interruptible. So naturally the best team to use here for me would be the Batman Ninja Brainiac team. We're going to run level 9 God Killer on Brainiac. It's gonna take me a bit to get to level 10, I thought I was very close to it, but I think it's gonna take a few more days to get that to level 10. We're gonna run a level 4 Prometheum Sword and a level 10 Beta Club on Grods. I think I'm actually gonna keep the God Killer I get from finishing Heroic 7 and eventually upgrade that as well, because I'm not looking forward to upgrading the Prometheum Sword. I just have it at level 4 and randomly use it on characters, but I'm not taking that further. It's a bad artifact with bad amount of passive stats. But yeah, this fight is pretty self-explanatory and ended very quick with stack lethal with Brainiac, and then we went to town with Grodd dealing tons of dot damage to my boy Batman. And he honestly stood no chance. We had plenty of time left after that. Moving on to the next fight, this was gonna be a little bit rough, because we have Boss Flash here. We're going to have Penalty Laughs and Deathstroke. So for Penalty Laughs, it's gonna be easy enough to deal his percentage health damage. We might have to go into final form 2 times, but we'll see how it goes. And with Deathstroke, it's gonna be pretty easy to deal with his percentage health damage with the special 2. Now for the clones, because we have Nora Snowglow, for the clones it's gonna be a whole nother story, because I can't reliably combo interrupt this man. And this man's specials are gonna be more or less map wide, especially the special one. With some characters you can cheese them in terms of, oh, they're only gonna trigger their specials if you're close to them or if you're mid-range to them. But nah, this man doesn't care. His special 1 and I think his special 2 as well, though I might be wrong about that one, can trigger from any point you're in the map, so there's no escaping them. But yeah, Penalty Laughs here, trying to deal his percentage health damage. We went into final form 2 times, as I said, because there was some left. And try to gap close here, another special 2. Pushing him to the corner, though it doesn't help us much in this fight. Another special 2. Back off a bit. Block that into our special 2. Re-engage the combo, generating some power with the crits. Another special 2. Back off again. We're gonna block that. We don't have trouble surviving with base Deathstroke. He's gonna heal himself, he's gonna be fine. But we'll get to the clones in a second here. Our special 2. And another one. And that was the last one. Whenever you see a huge drop down in terms of damage with the special 2, you know that's the last one, because that's whatever little amount of percentage health you had left. And I don't really have hope for this man reaching super move, because he's just spamming specials, so I'm just gonna let him. Over here it was bad, because Deathstroke died too fast and the clone got tagged in there, and I was impatient and I used the special 2. I believed he would try to hit me, not blocked, so the first clone did not have a great time at all. Only did half of a special 2, because the blocking halves the percentage health damage as well. And try to be a little bit more careful with this clone, but it's not gonna last long. We blocked that. I think we can block 1 more of these without dying. There we go, I was right. The next one kills us. Not much I can do about that. Special 2, and now I try to back off, and there he goes, using the special 2 as well from across the map. Not much I can do about that. Deathstroke died, but he was done anyway with damage. Trust was in there, doing some hits. Penalty Laughs in there to just do some damage with whatever time is left there. Another special 1. We have Sword of Salvation, by the way, at level 10 on Penalty Laughs, that's why he's power generating. We have the level 9 God Killer on Atrocitus to have some passive stats, and obviously the Nora Snowglow on Deathstroke. And there we go, we're done for the main account. Now moving on to the secondary account. Look, I've been wrong about this one, a little bit. So in the past, some people would be asking me, Sigval, when you're using Raven plus our Banshee, why are you not using the Raven Special 2 in order to restack the darkness? Because the Raven Special 2 also disables specials if you inflict the Server Banshee debuffs, because the Server Banshee debuff can be applied by arcane characters with the Special 2 and the Special 3. The answer I gave to that was that it is unoptimal, because the Special 2 will put me far away from the enemy. And I've maintained that point for a while, and people just kept asking why are you not doing that instead of providing me with actually a way to do it. And a few days ago, finally somebody explained that, hey Sigvald, I know you don't like using Special 2 with Raven in this scenario because it backs you off, but you can just not press anything after the Special 2 and Raven will just slowly walk towards the enemy, and by the time they get up you can block and tag in from a block. And it works! Thank you so much for allowing me to be aware of that information. And every single time when you think I'm doing something wrong, don't just say you're doing that wrong, explain your point of view. It's like watching a video where I rank characters and saying, oh, this ranking is trash. Congratulations, you've added 0 to that content. Okay, you can have that opinion, no problem, but explain why you think that is, so I can improve. So thanks so much for the person who actually pointed out how to actually do it instead of complaining that I'm not doing it. Thanks so much, and that's what we're gonna do. Though for the first part of the fights, that aside, for the first minute, I still recommend the Special 2 instead of the third special, because you're simply not gonna power generate enough without it. Third special in there, you don't even need to really be careful with the tagging from a block here in this soul raid, because we have God Killer, so his block is disabled anyway, but I'm gonna do it as practice for other soul raids if we're gonna keep using this. And yeah, this works just fine. Over here I messed up a bit, I mean almost messed up a bit, because I wanted to stay for 2 second specials in there, but it went well. Third special in there, Raven back in there, Special 2. Again, don't press anything, we gap close a bit by default, and Server Banshee gets in there, builds some combo into a third special. That we're disabling 3 of them, because if you have 3 disables on the enemy, the special that you subsequently do will not disable anything. So the difference is, 2 disables, it takes 2 specials to get to 2 disables, including the third special. 3 disables, it takes 4 of them, because the third special of Server Banshee does not disable anything if everything is disabled, so not worth it. But yeah, this went well. This went very well. And combo interrupting a bit for our third special. And one more in there. Yep, that damage actually registered at the end. And this is secondary count, okay? So we have only a 4-star Raven, level 4 Dark Metal cards to use, and level 3 and level 4 God Killer. So it's not main count level of passive stats, and considering that, that was actually a decent amount of damage. Now moving on to the last 2 teams, we have here my boy Hellboy, and the thing that he does, I don't know if you guys remember, if any of you were there back then, the Hellboy incident. The Hellboy incident is that I'm not playing around anymore with normal modes. So when a soul raid comes out with normal modes, with an account like mine, even for the secondary account at this point, you're gonna kill stuff with pretty much any team, so I was just playing around and stuff, and I did not read this man's passive. So I went ahead and tried to use a little bit of a fun team. I used Mythic Wonder Woman and my boy Justic Flash. Problem is, my Mythic Wonder Woman was not dealing damage. I was like, screw that, let's use Flash instead, because he might deal some damage, and he was also not dealing damage. This man disables gear bonuses for Might and Metahuman characters. If I just tagged in Cyborg and tried dealing damage with that, I would have killed him. But yeah, I failed to one-shot this to the normal modes. But yeah, here we can't use any Metahuman or Might characters. I mean, we can use them as supporting characters. Excuse me, just sneeze there. You can use them as supporting characters. We can even use Kimflan, Sakumen, or Snowglobe if we wanna, but don't count on the gear bonuses. Just don't count on that. That's not gonna go well. And we have Collector here, just combo interrupting their specials after the lethal stack. The enemies in the corner, we extended the time with Red Hoods, and it went well. Not much happening here. What I don't like about fighting Hellboy is that if you get caught in a special, he's got long-ass animation, so it's gonna waste a lot of time. And yeah, because I did not have any options left, I used Black Adam as my last thing, because there are 2 options left. Just League, which was not really an option because Flash is a metahuman character, so no gear bonuses. We already went through that, we're not doing that again. And the other option was the Multiverse team, which has Mythic Wonder Woman with no gear bonuses and Multiverse Flash with no gear bonuses. So, my boy Black Adam, okay, there you go. Impress me. Earn your spot in the top 6 teams, this is your chance. In order for him to earn the spot, he needs to do more than Collector, because Collector and Just League team do roughly the same damage, being my worst teams out of the best 6, like 120-ish mil. Kind of in that margin, so if he can do more than that, then he'll replace most likely the Just League team, because Flash is a very strong support for him, how I'm playing him. So the playstyle is we combo shot into 3rd special, that's all we do. We have Dark Melkars with 500% crit damage, and I have fast attack on his build, because I like him to build combo for himself to just spam the 3rd special. And he does well, but not well enough. Like, a little bit of a spoiler, he will deal around 70 mil damage, and while that's fine, it's not top tier, it's not good damage dealing potential, so yeah, not gonna use this guy again for a while. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Like that if you liked it, disliked if you disliked it. Again, thanks to the dude who pointed out how to actually use the special 2 with Raven plus or Banshee, and I'll hopefully see you on the next one. Goodbye!
This is the future.